Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Ashes Wednesday. This is part 3 of our Building Lulu.
Building Lulu.
That was what it's called.
Yeah, we're trying to actually see what she was up to, kind of what she's doing, what she's good at, and how to build a deck.
And of course, I'm effectively
which you're not seeing really
a professional level Ashes player.
Yeah.
So if you're going to learn from anyone, it's me. No, I think the most important thing here is showing the process. There's a lot of people. I played against a lot of people like this in our Discord league.
Mm-hmm.
It's very intimidating to get into this kind of a thing and to start tweaking decks and that kind of stuff.
And Ashes is wide open. That's the other problem. Like, Ashes is so wide open that it can be very terrifying.
It is. We've been playing forever, and I'm always scared going into it. Even now, it's like, I don't feel so good about it.
I kind of get an idea. Yeah. What we're going to do today, we're going to get some previews going on. We're going to check out some of the preview cards that have been spoiled, if you will, since we last were streaming. And then we're going to play one game with the Lulu deck that effectively careened down the mountain as we started building into a disastrous combo, crazy cycle thing that we're going to see if Zach can actually pull off. Do you remember how it works?
That's what I'm going to go over that.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out my dice types again. But yes, I do loosely remember. It's been a while, actually. Yeah. But, welcome to real life.
We'll make it happen. Dan, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you, too. We are doing well.
And when you say previews, pretty well. You mean for the Hope and Demona releases that are soon-ish?
Very soon. Coming soon. Hop on that Ashes sub if you want to get in on those. If you didn't know that already, we do have an Ashes subscription.
What is an Ashes sub? Is it like a fancy sandwich?
You know what's crazy about this game?
Like cooked over a fire?
So this game is special in that it is the first, perhaps only, but the first run of the PDP system is what we call it, which is short for player-driven production. Some marketing geniuses thought that up.
I'm always terrified I'm going to get something like that wrong.
And
I'll say the wrong thing.
Yeah. Well, you have to. That's why you leave it to the marketing geniuses.
That's right.
To
big brains
to message this. But what that is essentially the subscription for this game is driving the horse.
Come on in.
Oh yeah. What's up? It's worth it.
And
Cheers.
If you haven't been around in a while, horses. Thank you so much. Cheers to you. Cheers to all you. If you're otherwise unaware, we are based in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We are working on the third iteration of our local store called 3.0.
You just want to pre-record it?
Yeah. You know what? Actually,
just run it.
Are you want to wait till after the stream to talk about the technology?
No, we can talk about it right now.
So you'll see like that PDP logo is on the screen, or when I say Lulu Firestone.
Firstone.
Can
you believe it? Everybody thinks that it's Firestone.
It's like the tires, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, cards and stuff are popping on the screen.
Isn't that crazy?
For almost 2 years now, our friend of the show, Bryce, has been manually typing these in and making them pop. And today we're having the first run. There's some tension behind the camera you can't feel right now. But first run of a new technology. The acronym for it is Bryce. Haven't figured out what the letters mean, but is now what is actually going to be popping out these cards if it works. Hopefully so that one of our team members doesn't have to stare at a screen for hours a day and just listen to the nonsense that is me and Steven playing games together.
What a big robot you can...
Hold on, let me type this out. Bryce, B period.
Enjoy. It's a big robot you can enjoy.
No, E's got to be ear, right? It's something about the ear.
Why? Why is that true?
Because it's listening to our voices.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's picking up.
Big robot. Anyway, the point
I'll figure that out.
This is crazy. So actually, there's two people behind this screen here I want to shout out. So Bryce is behind the screen, and he's been running these pops manually for 2 years since the pandemic started. And that is a thankless job, and it is awful work. And it was really bad early because the sound was awful and there was no video coming in. So you literally imagine listening to a 6-hour podcast of people that you really don't want to be listening to.
Well, particularly some of those weird games like throwbacks and like you're just having
to
listen.
And you're guessing at card names, right? So that's a notable. Second, Jonathan behind the camera, also exceedingly notable. Lead designer here, does a ton of things behind the scenes that nobody really ever sees.
But everyone benefits from.
That's right. And one such thing is developing a system over the past really just month or two from an idea where we are now currently testing all of the effects that are happening on the screen are fully automated by our voices rather than by a person. So it's going to be an exciting day it might be a little bit, this is the first run, so it could be a little crazy. It could totally crash. Things could go weird. But so far, it's looked so good. Like when I'm saying Sonic Swordsman, technically that should pop up. Of course, we will see if that happens. But the machines, isn't that crazy?
Wow.
The machines are doing all of it.
It blows my mind.
Wow.
I've heard about this. I haven't seen it in action.
Mm-hmm.
This
like
is
a true CEO.
That's right. Hey, actually, you want real talk?
You're empowering your employees.
That's right. If I get involved in everything, which there was a time when that was true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we call that the dark ages.
Yeah, everyone was miserable, myself included. But seeing this happen is insane.
That's right. So I do want to just shout out Bryce and Jonathan, especially back there, making this happen. Huge improvement. I can't imagine how much time we're going to save on this, which gets to be put into other things.
That's right.
Which is phenomenal. Also, you should know coming up is in a couple of weeks, we're going to be doing the Introduction to Ashes series. Because we have, of course, from the start of the PDP model, which I never really got to finish, is the idea that the number of people subscribed to the game determines whether or not they are going to continue to make it at Plaid Hat. So like we have a certain number that actually makes sense for things to get printed at, and we're reporting on that, and Plaid Hat's getting that information, and then it's like, okay, like we're still good, let's keep going. So it's a pretty cool model, and it allows the players out there like you guys that are all subscribed, as long as you keep doing that, they're pretty dedicated to continuing to print and produce the game. So it's literally driven by people who want to actually engage with this and play it.
And there's some really exciting stuff on the horizon.
There's some movement there.
I think the reason this branch got explored, by the way, was that the drinks came in. And you're like, can we record it? But what I was going to say is there could be a catchphrase that we say.
Absolutely.
That just immediately...
Like, waboom.
Here comes the description or the video or...
That's true. It's whatever. Like, it's now a word from our, drinks.
Yeah, speaking of which, it's a great time to get a word from our sponsor, Nalgene Water Bottles. They're here to remind you of your hydro brain, your hydro life.
That's actually a good point. So... To finish all of that, the Introducing Ashes series, we've been doing this as some of the new games have been launching this year for Sorcerer TCG and for Soulforge Fusion. And because PDP was so squarely aimed at people who already had an understanding of what Ashes was and wanted to bring it back, we didn't really do a proper here's how to get into Ashes as if you're a brand new player seeing the game for the first time. So we're going to launch on that series and start doing that. And I was curious to know throughout the stream, if you see this or if you see it later, you can hop into our Discord. I'm going to create a thread to collect feedback on this. And what I'm really looking to know is, what do you find to be the most helpful kind of content, like on a first episode of Introducing Ashes, that you've heard like maybe is confusing, stuff that's confusing for new players, or things that new players really need to know, or maybe some of the most compelling reasons to start playing Ashes. Just anything that you would want to tell a new player as to, to kind of onboard them and help them get a hold of Ashes. That would be helpful. So I'm actually going to spin up that thread right now. And
asking out of ignorance here, when I say Discord or Discord channel, does that pop the Discord banner?
Depends on what form of Discord you say. Like, are you discordant or is...
Wow.
There it is.
What about if I say community text? Does that work? I mean, I'm just boomering out here. I'm exploring.
Text us.
Text us?
On community. Those are the two keywords. Text us and on community.
Text us on community. See, I'll have a chart eventually over here.
You could also say, like, on Dasher, on Dancer, on community.
On Prancer? Who's your favorite reindeer? Let's get real talk real quick.
I can't possibly imagine ever having thought about that.
They absolutely have their own unique personalities, man. Have you not seen Ernest Saves Christmas? Ernest P. World? That was a thing. You remember when that happened?
That was like American Mr. Bean, right? But like a hillbilly. Is that correct? Yeah.
Have you ever seen Ernest Saves Christmas? It's glorious.
I've only seen one of the Ernest films, and I think he was dead or was pretending, or
was it the one with Magic Johnson in it?
Oh, who knows?
That one's also good.
Dude, you're an Ernest expert.
You'd be surprised. I mean, all these years on camera, and he's still just surprising you.
All right, hold on. I gotta focus here. I'm gonna get this thread going here for Ashes.
Yeah, okay. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna read some comments. Lanky Rat saying, "Are you gentlemen talking to any other game companies about PDP? Conceptually, it's been talked about. It's a very unique system, and it has to make sense for them and for us. So." May or may not ever do it again with another publisher, but definitely open to the opportunity if you're out there and it makes sense. Aaron asking if we're going to PDP the TC playmat. In a way, I think we're just going to do a pre-order, right? For this.
Yeah, probably.
Let's play them out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in a lot of ways, pre-orders are kind of that. It's just very, like, subscriptions are ultimately just super easy recurring pre-orders, right? Yeah. So, like, it's kind of the same thing, but no,
except we don't keep sending playmats.
Right, and better in every way.
Alex Becker says, next up, don't you think we've talked about this? Because we have. Next up is when you say air horn, we hear an air horn.
I know. Yeah.
I get that. Dude, a verbal soundboard is the thing of dreams.
The things, Jonathan, can you trigger audio?
In theory, yes.
Conceivably?
I have a theory for how to do it.
Yeah, because that's, and thinking now about the system is pretty video based. Huh.
Yeah. Well, you can transfer audio through the net like we're doing with everything else. It's just getting it.
So you'd hold like MP3s or something in a folder?
But we can make it work.
Oh, it's
now that's going to get out of control.
Yep. I totally agree. And it's going to be great. Galderkur, I hope I didn't butcher the screen name. Zach, I have a bone to pick with you. Why were you drinking from an Aquafina water bottle this past weekend when your contract with Nalgene is in jeopardy? So
the ProQuest, you were actually drinking out of it, Aquafina.
There's a reason. It's because we have another sponsor. No, I'm just kidding. The real reason is that they didn't have anywhere to refill your water. And my water bottle didn't fit in the sink of the bathroom, which is even just refilling your water bottle in the bathroom. Something feels wrong about that. Not that I'm above it, but it just feels off to me. I prefer like a water fountain or something.
Yeah.
So one of the most important things when you're going to a big event, day-long event, it's really easy to just get in the moment and forget to eat and drink throughout the day. So I'm very particular about making sure I eat well and clean and also drink plenty of water. So at some point, that's your last option. You got to get water from somewhere, and there it was. That's what happened.
Let's talk about some previews. Let's get into the content that people crave.
It's got what plants need. Electrolytes. So open Demona packs coming soon. Which preview are we looking at first?
I'm gonna look at Demona first because honestly, like Demona is right up my alley.
The Lightning Queen.
It's like a warrior you can play in a game. Summon Cloudburst Griffin is the first spell here. It's a ready spell.
I dig griffins.
Yeah. You know they're mixed between I think birds and cats. Is that right?
Isn't it? It looks accurate. It looks like a eagle.
Lion and eagle.
It's a lion, isn't it? But then there's also a wyvern or a wendigo or something that's
a lion is a cat.
That's true.
Yeah.
And an eagle is a bird.
Yeah, it's true. An eagle is a bird.
You were spot on.
Yeah, I was just giving basic griffin facts, not specifics.
Appreciate that. But these are lightning griffins, you know what I mean?
So it's a main action. It costs you 2 dice, an angel, and a timepiece there. Place 1 onto your battlefield. It's nothing fancy. So a 2-die unit.
Okay.
Oh, I love Quick Strike. Got Cloudburst Griffin is obviously what it conjures. And it's a 3 attack, 2 life with Quick Strike. I love fundamentals.
See, I can't even listen because the fact that the technology knows the difference between the summon Cloudburst Griffin and the Cloudburst Griffin.
That's right.
And your voice versus my voice is just, I can't get over it.
Yeah, does it, look right there, it did. Right there, it just
it hurt both of
one
them.
after the other.
It drives me crazy. I love it. Okay, sorry, go back.
We could license this out to, magic streamers and make millions and millions of dollars.
Who wants to make money?
But we won't, I don't think we're going to do that.
Yeah. But if you're out there and you want to pay a lot of money for it,
yeah, you can email us anytime. There's no number too small to be considered.
Killer. This unit's awesome, dude. Quick Strike is one of my favorite things. So, like...
Have we seen a Quick Strike 3 Conjuration before? I bet we haven't.
You're asking the wrong DB.
I think I've seen it on Allies before, but yeah, you're not.
So, I'm playing in my Lulu deck Flash Strike, which is specifically that ability, right? It's so important. I'm willing to spend a whole card to gain it.
Yeah.
Onto any particular unit.
That's true.
But, like, that's so good.
Yeah, that's incredible. 3-2, but 2 though. You know what? I gotta tell you, 2 life used to be something, and now it may as well be 0, in my eyes. Because like everything in the game is just wrecking 2 life things.
I mean, at least you can't be this conjuration can't just be like dunked on by a nature die.
No instant frog. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that does 2 can obviously deal with it, but it also strikes first, so it can attack into anything with 3 health and not suffer the consequences, which is really powerful.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gets around stuff like Nature's Wrath. It's not going to just disappear.
Is there a way to bring this out and then use it immediately? There's not really a way, right? To do like to summon something and then get another action to have it immediately attack. No. I feel like that might be a card in the game at some point. Might be too good, but it's like a main action on your turn. Like summon something and then attack with it immediately. Like a quick charge or something. Okay, so Cloudburst Griffin, clearly great and awesome. Crystal Archer, ally, coming in next. Has a similar dice spread, so we're looking at Divine and Time on these cards. Has the main action there to summon or cast from your hand. It says Preemptive Shot 1. When this unit is declared as an attacker, blocker, or guard, you may deal 1 damage to a target unit an opponent controls. I love that. I love this. And it's an archer, and it's a 2/2/1. Come on, you get archers as well?
You just can't escape them.
Deal 1 damage to any one of your opponent's units.
You're bound by the ranger lifestyle.
Yeah. So, like, this is so good, man. This is going to be a notable unit, I can tell you.
I mean, 1 damage anytime any of these things happen.
Yeah. Notably, like, you have the plays Crystal Archer out, side action, Frog, main action, attack, 1 more damage, swing for 2.
To kill those griffins, just like we were talking about.
You can do a 4 damage, 4 health unit right there.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then finally, Disengage. This may be my favorite art in Ashes.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to think about my favorite art in Ashes for a second. Just like all-time favorite? I don't know, man. There's a lot of really good art here.
Do you want to scroll through a couple of options using
Holy Knight?
The machine?
Let's just see if Holy Knight hits.
Okay.
I love that unit. Every time. It's just ridiculous.
It's amazing how unplayable it is, right?
It's not great right now. Sure isn't. I'm just looking through my deck.
That can't be better art than Disengage, though.
What about, this is a tricky one. Ready for this? Meteor. Let's see if that can go a lot of directions.
The system might think you're saying meteor.
Yeah, not
Like as if something had more meat than something else.
like, I don't know how to...
What if it was meteor?
Meteor. Meteor.
Yeah, see, like, no. We don't have meteor.
It's
The
gone.
system has failed.
Yeah.
It's picking it up, but it's not picking it up in the right way.
The system has failed.
The notes are, I'm taking notes.
We're
great.
testing the limits.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I do love that art, though.
I think the way that it's just the way that the lighting and stuff is happening on the back of the jumper.
Let's just be real, though. You like the ice golems. Hey, there's Meteor.
I do like the ice columns, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And Ran and all that stuff.
but not enough. Moving on, let's check out Hope. So I like, does it feel like you commonly get unit number 1, which is like fundies, attack, battlefield stuff, and then the second one is always like weird, confusing, cast spells, not as overt. It feels like those two things are often paired together in these kinds of decks.
Which makes, some amount of sense, right? You need the building block unit that you can count on, and then you also need the toolbox unit.
You need the weird stuff. Well, let's look at what Hope's bringing to the table. I can see more birds, so I'm on the fence about it already.
He gone.
Reimagine, ready spell, go to the spell board, main action. After you pay for a dice power using a turtle or a wolf, you may place that die and 1 exhaustion token on this spell if it has no dice on it. So once per turn, pay for a dice power of either of those types, you get that stored. And then you can use dice on the spell to pay the cost of reactions. You may place any dice on this spell in your exhaustible at the end of the round if you would like. So you get a double use out of 1 of your dice, but you can only play reactions with it.
Reactions usually use like a power side, and they're very powerful, right? Like the one you don't like is I always play it, of course. Let me find it.
I've got something to say.
Crescendo,
Yeah.
classic reaction.
Is that a wolf or a turtle?
No, it's a music note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to find wolf and turtle reactions.
Yeah, I don't really. You know what? Flash strike.
Is that one?
It's a reaction. It's the time die.
Oh, yeah.
So it just fits right in. Technically.
You know what's crazy? So this reminds me of an old story we know where our friend Lucas Litzinger Old Netrunner designer said, you know what, with Netrunner, I learned my lesson.
Grab a drink. This is story time.
When it comes to recursion, I learned my lesson. That's a mechanic that I'm going to stay away from.
Yeah. Now, he was talking about Destiny, and the experience he learned from was Netrunner.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then in the first set, I believe, or second set of Destiny,
No, it was the first set of Destiny. Yeah.
a recursion problem happened because he printed cards with recursion effects.
You know what's really sad about that experience? Beyond the obvious. It's always the Falcon.
It is always the Falcon, isn't it?
It's always the birds, man.
It's always that
It's always the
Millennium-
birds.
It's always that Millennium Falcon.
Always the birds.
But on that note, I remember an early interview, when Ashes Reborn was starting with Nick Conley, now lead designer of
And
Ashes.
Isaac, I believe.
And Isaac at the
Original
time.
designer, creator.
And one of the things Nick said was the thing that's really critical for the balance of Ashes moving forward is that everybody has 10 dice. And you don't gain dice. You don't get resource advantage like that. You only ever get to spend 10 dice on your turn, and that's going to keep things balanced. And what do we have now? A effect on the board that allows you to have 11 dice.
Effectively. Right?
Come on, Nick.
Let's go back.
What's that about?
And it doesn't cost any dice to play it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's a great card.
That's pretty good.
I think it's a great card.
Yeah.
But I would just love to like trap Nick, and be like, "You said 10 dice, man."
But it is at least extremely conditional, right? It's so easy to draw a hand that doesn't have a reaction.
Oh, that's how it always starts, isn't it? Oh, it's recursion, but it's extremely conditional. You have to have discarded 5 cards before you can recur this. And then, we release a card, and it's like, you discard 5 cards, you get to kill a unit.
Yeah, I really
It's
can't.
like, here we go.
I can't devil's advocate this one. It's not worth the effort. I'm all out of gas, man. I'm just ready to sling some dice. You know what I mean?
Let's go to Ensnare. Reaction spell, discard. It costs 1 wolf.
What is this, a turtle? What is this guy?
Yeah, it's a turtle card getting wrecked.
Where's his shell?
Ooh, yeah. That actually makes it really, really worse.
Yeah, I feel so bad for him. What's a turtle without a shell?
You may a strange-looking lizard. It seems.
Yeah, that's sad.
You may play this spell after an opponent declares a guard. Now, that's guarding for a unit.
Yep.
That's essentially stepping in front of a unit.
Which the Phoenixborn can do.
Can guard.
Yeah.
Deal 2 damage to that target guarding unit or Phoenixborn. Now, you can play this for free off of course, our friend Reimagine.
Yep.
So if something gets guarded, you do 2 damage to it.
I like that as a reaction.
Yeah.
We have like,
That could be devastating. Wow. If they lose 2 units in that exchange, it's so bad for them.
Yeah. So I imagine what I'm picturing is I attack. You guard with a Gilder.
Yeah. Every time.
I blow it up.
Yeah.
And now I'm still attacking the original source.
That's right.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Michael, I just saw
This is going to be a blowout card. Actually.
Totally. Yeah. Instant damage like that is just wonks down. So I just saw that Gilder. I don't know. How do I call the promo full art Gilder up? Is there a way to do that yet?
Probably not.
Is the technology smart enough?
No, I hope not. If it's some
promo Gilder.
Promo Gilder? See, I knew there was a way to do it. Oh, it didn't catch it. Promo Gilder.
You're saying, it's kind of like a
Boom.
nailed it.
Come on. 5
Who
out of
needs
5
people
stars.
when we have robots?
Wood performance review again. That's
Wow.
got to go somewhere.
Anyone got robots mowing their yard yet? Jonathan was really into
I'm
that.
about to.
Hey, I've
Next big covenant payout. I'm gonna get one.
You gonna get those mowing robots? Yeah.
I already told my wife.
yeah, a robot. My brother has a vacuuming robot.
Yeah, I do
Just
too.
Constantly vacuuming. They have
Mine's not
cats.
constantly vacuuming, no.
It's like once a day, like 1 p.m. No one's home, and it just goes around.
Yeah.
Does the sweep.
I'm surprised you don't have that. That's a pretty normal thing now.
I'm behind the times, I suppose.
You're truly boomering around now.
My well,
You just seem like an efficiency guy. You don't even want to mow the lawn. So how are you not having a vacuum
well, it's because
robot?
I don't have to do the vacuuming.
Uh-huh.
I am an efficiency guy, and I'm not touching that stuff. I do want to. We've made the joke a couple times here, and I want to say this. I mean, no derogatory commentary towards boomers. I love you guys. I have a lot of would classify as boomer friends.
Yeah.
People would be like, "Oh, you're just being a boomer, right?"
My parents are boomers.
I love your parents. They're great.
If you can believe it.
Every time I talk with them, they're just fascinating.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Anyways, if you're out there and you would fit the definition of boomer, I just want to make sure you know you're well loved.
What you really mean is whenever you worked for that boss early on in your healthcare job who had you print out the Excel spreadsheets that you'd built. Mm-hmm. That's kind of where you're landing.
Not even
joke.
spreadsheets. That was worked with programming teams to build like an analytics platform to gather data from whatever date range you picked for whatever client you wanted immediately, and then asking to print it. It's like, it's right there. You don't need to print it.
It's on the computer.
But I get it. You know, we print rulebooks now.
Are we just getting older?
Yes.
Double down. Reaction spell. 1 mask, 1 time hourglass there, and 2 beautiful foxes. You may play this spell after a conjuration you control with a life value of 1 is destroyed as the result of an attack, spell, ability, or dice power an opponent controls. Place 2. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that
This
example.
is a game changer. This is a game changer.
The example of the Gilder getting blown up.
It's a 2 health, I think. In Gilder 2, it's a 0 or 2, isn't it? It's got to be a 1 life.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
This is incredible, though. There's so many... this opens up a lot of things, man.
Dude, you know what my favorite combination with this is?
What is it?
Salamander Monk. He gets
Wait.
blown up, you get the spirit, and then you get 2 Salamander Monks back.
Is that true? You sure that's how that works?
I'm doing the happy dance with my feet right now. You just can't see it. That's so good.
You wouldn't believe how many emotions Zach's expressing with his feet at any given
All the
moment.
time. That's why you can't tell how... That's why you can't read my emotions. Like, if you watch me during the ProQuest finals this weekend, it's like I'm right here, totally fine. But on the bottom... Oh, man. Anyways, so one of my favorite decks is Brennan. Let's see if that actually...
Oh, this is going to
be
be disgusting,
Yeah,
man.
so-
with all that...
So she uses her ability, and she blows up one of my monks.
Notably, opponent has to do it.
Oh.
Yeah, Nick thought of that. He thought immediately about you whenever he designed this card. He's like, wait a minute. Is Zach going to try to utilize...
That's still fine. Look, I put a Salamander Monk out.
Yeah.
You.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you going
You
to
gotta
do?
attack it.
What are you going to do?
Then I'm just like, look, here come 2 more.
I really do think that this card opens up a great number of 1 life conjurations that have previously been underutilized because they're so easy to remove.
And unplayable.
Yeah.
And I really like the cards, because conjurations are, I think, inherently better the longer a game goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can keep using the summon spells to get them out.
Get more value.
But a lot of our games have only been like they're kind of decided on turn 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
So the long-term value cards aren't as valuable. So giving other cards that can actually make them even more playable is really nice, because it rewards using them up front, right, in some advantageous way like this. And then also, if the game does go long at that point, now you're in the winning position as compared to the opposite side.
I also do think that what we're seeing in both Double Down and the Ensnare, is that what that card was called? Let me make sure. Yeah. So in Double Down and Ensnare, like these are actually cards that can give you a disproportionately momentum flipping advantage. Like if I'm behind, but then I attack something of yours, you block, I ensnare, destroy the blocking unit, destroy the original target. That actually is a way for me to gain some tempo back, which is actually somewhat hard to find in Ashes.
Yeah.
So that plus this Double Down card where like, okay, I'm on the back foot, you're continuing to control my board, and then suddenly it expands.
Yeah.
And I don't lose the unit and I gain another one. It's the ability to kind of start catching up, which I really dig.
And it really penalizes the control effects, right? The common, like,
Absolutely.
nature's path.
And the
Do
nature's
one
die.
everything. Yeah.
Right? Everyone loves the nature die, so like let's put a little counterplay into that.
That's right.
I love it. All right, what's up, everybody?
We're back.
How we doing? Everybody cool?
I need to figure out this deck real quick.
Shall we
Take a look. All right.
let's go to the table.
So if you weren't with us last time,
Hey, we could trigger something on that. Mm-hmm. Let's go to the table.
Oh my goodness.
And then it's like, blah, 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 blah.
Gotta be careful.
Not like the noise necessarily, but my hands is what I was mainly.
I'm not offended
It's
by.
like a pulsing, like oh.
I'm a bit of an air horn connoisseur.
That's for me in my house.
Anyway, Lulu Firstone. Said it right this time. This is where it all started. In the beginning. Has an ability bolster, side action, exhaust, 1 basic. Place a status token on target unit you control. Attach a spark, conjure alteration to it. So we'll look at spark. Give the unit +1 attack, and you can take an action, discard the spell to do damage to something. So a status token happens, and this +1. Then you start asking the question, how do we take advantage of that? That's what she's doing, of course. She has a lower health, 16. That's not like it looking at Echo Greystorm. You've got 19 over there. But she does have a battlefield of 6, which is the same as yours. And then she has a spell board of 4. So she gains 1 spell board slot and this ability.
And loses 3 health.
Loses 3 health. And as far as I know, Echo's ability is pretty good.
It's okay. It's quite good.
Who designed this?
It's quite good.
What's going on? Anyways, I'm just kidding.
Spark must be really good.
Spark must be good. And immediately, of course, you start looking at things that need status tokens. And one of my favorites is the Omen Bringer, which is the, conjuration of choice here. 2 attack, 2 life, 4 warn 2. When this unit comes into play, I can look at the top 2 cards of a target opponent's draw pile. Place each card on the top or bottom, my choice. So I get to filter a little bit. This next part's why we're here, though. Hasten. When this unit is declared as an attacker, if it has 1 or more status tokens on it, you may remove an exhaustion token from a ready spell you control. So, of course, if you can get the Omen Bringer out, and then you spark it, it's now got the status token, and it's coming in for 3. And then, let's say this summon Omen Bringer that you used to bring it out in the first place. Even just this setup, you attack, you unfocus this, and now you can get another Omen Bringer.
Okay, easy. That's a standard, decent value exchange there.
Yep.
Got a little engine.
You can technically get 2 Omen Bringers out of round off of a single conjuration spell. That's pretty good value, right? But then we're looking at other ways to interact with that. So the things that the big piece that I stumbled into last time was Canyon Shelter. I'm going to start putting the dice I need to get these in play so I can figure this out.
It's always good to figure out the first 5 as you go.
Yeah.
And not as an idea before you start.
Well, it was an idea before we started.
That's true.
I'm just recreating
You gotta rethink about
this
it.
thing. Yeah. So Canyon Shelter costs a leaf to put into play. Side action, exhaust. Remove an exhausted unit you control from play and place it face down under the spell. Action, use a time die. So let's just put that down here. Choose the unit underneath this spell and place it on the battlefield. Place a status token on that unit. So as an example, once this is in play, I can use this. Let's say I unfocus the summon Omen Bringer. After it's used, I could use this action to do damage to something. After that happens, I could use this side action to actually attach it here. Save it. Same round, potentially. It's exhausted, actually, on the round it goes in. So
You can unexhaust with your swing.
now this is where we're getting to the synergy, right?
But how do we...
So on the first turn, attach, exhaust, right?
Yeah.
And Omen Bringer is not actually the thing I'm wanting to do this with,
Yeah.
which we'll come back to in a second. But later, what that's going to allow you to do, right? Next round, this on exhaust. As an action with a time die, now I get an Omen Bringer with a status token
For free.
for a single time
For
die.
a single time.
That's even just on this conjuration, that's pretty good value.
Yeah.
Now, what if... Oh, stick with me. What if there was more value to have out of this, right? So let's talk about the Hammer Knight. You gotta love the beef. She's a great unit. 3 attack, 4 life, 2 recovery. This is gonna cost me a goat, a leaf, and a basic. And I always start with the basic as a nature die because it's the best die. And we'll revisit that in a second or not. So we're still within my first 5, right? This is technically only 3 of my cards. But even just Canyon Shelter coming out, if you can play a Hammer Knight, use the Hammer Knight, store the Hammer Knight, right, over here. Now this is exhausted. Then this play, instead of getting me a second Omen Bringer, I can attack, remove the exhaustion from this spell, and suddenly I can get a second Hammer Knight on the same turn, which is worth a lot.
That's worth a ton of cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this doesn't exhaust it, right? So I can use the Hammer Knight, and then I can actually put the Hammer Knight back and store it. Coming to the next round, I have a ready to go Hammer Knight for a single time die,
That's awesome.
which is like,
But it's hardly a combo. It's hardly an infinite combo like we were talking about last time.
well, we're not done yet. So I also have Frostbite here in the stack of the opening 5. Just generically turning my dice into damage. And of course, you can imagine with the Omen Bringer, if I use this, do a damage, attack with the Omen Bringer, unfocus it. Now I can ping for another damage. So in game state, it lets me punch through that last couple of damage that I need.
Yeah, yeah.
Another card that was in my first 5 currently is Flash Strike. So this is a way to, something like a Hammer Knight comes out, right? This is a big, scary unit. Getting Quick Strike, super powerful.
Yeah.
To have on the board like this. Even an Omen Bringer with 3 attack with Quick Strike is pretty good. And then there's an infinite, not infinite.
I forgot what
it's not
what it
quite
was.
infinite. Let me grab it real quick.
So it's just around the deck. It's not the purpose.
It's there, but if you're banking on an infinite combo.
Well, it worked for the Falcon, didn't it? Destiny or whatever it was.
Most things aren't broken, though. You know what I mean?
Well, what is it?
So
Do you remember?
let me walk this back.
Wasn't it just Omen Bringer over and over and over?
I think that is what it is, because
You can literally unfocuses this, and then you put it back down, and then you spend a die, put Omen Bringer out, attack, unfocuses this.
So
Right?
I think the let me work through this.
What's up, Share the Pudding? Oh, is that funny?
It is kind of funny. Man. Production crew just giggling over there. It's like
It says, man, I love this game even though I've never played it.
that's
Yeah, same
fascinating.
with Zach, actually.
This guy. Interesting.
What's up, Share the Pudding?
So let's think of this. So if you exhaust it and then remove something to play, then you Omen Bringer. Oh, there it is. So let's say you exhaust it, attach this, right? Attack with Omen Bringer, unfocus it, bring this into play. I don't think it's infinite. How was it infinite?
It wasn't necessarily infinite, but the
you could
basic
put that on
the basic
there.
thing is this comes on, and then you.
I remember what it was.
What was it?
No, the infinite part is if we have 2 Omen Bringers out.
Oh, yeah, that's
Because-
right. That's right.
So like,
that's right.
if early, and for some reason, somehow, I have 1 Omen Bringer. I don't even know how this is possible. We'll come back to that in a second.
You need to borrow more
Yeah,
cards from your
friend
your
of the
very
show.
organized friend
Yeah,
who doesn't lose cards.
So if on turn 1 you play the Omen Bringer, right, and then you play the Hammer Knight. Let's come back to this.
Do you have 2 summons in there?
I don't need to. So if you attack with the Hammer Knight, then you attach it here, right? You attack with the Omen Bringer. This gets unfocused. Now you can spend a time to get this back. Then the next thing you do is actually attach the Omen Bringer. So coming into the second round, now you can play an Omen Bringer and summon an Omen Bringer. And once you have 2 with a status token on it, because you can only spark once a round, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it is actually technically you can create an infinite scenario, because what happens?
At least equal the number of time dice you have, right?
That's right. So you basically swing with the Hammer Knight, attach the Hammer Knight, swing with the Omen Bringer, unexhaust the Canyon Shelter. Then you bring the Hammer Knight back. Then you can attach this. Then you can swing with the Omen Bringer, unexhaust this. Then you can bring this out, swing with this. Actually,
Put that in.
exhaust to attach, swing with this, and they can just keep
Hammer Knight
bouncing.
doesn't matter at all in that exchange, right?
It's just the 2 Omen Bringers. But it's also still very 2 or 3 Hammer Knights in the same round is like
Yeah, that's pretty strong too.
is good value.
Yeah, not bad. Okay, I like it. Well, let's see what it can do against the beef.
Now I need to figure out. Even just that example makes me realize the time dice are really critical.
Yeah, I think you're gonna need as many as you can get.
So that means that anytime I see a basic symbol, I'm just going straight to time dice. Let's see. And then I do believe I included some music notes for some reason. That is exactly why. Lots of music notes.
2, 4, 5, 6,
Okay.
7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Did you hear why 6 was scared of 7?
Something about something eating 9. We need 2.
We should take this show on the road, man.
Terrifying.
Next stop, Vegas. Do you have the Omen Bringers and stuff that you need?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, we got it. Meanwhile, you're playing a
good deck.
a tried and true thing. Why? Why would
I'm
you
playing
do
all the cards we've seen for a long time now.
Yeah, let's find the spot. Do you have those? I have those. Here, there you go. Shout out to Mutton Chop. I saw your name in the chat for printing these for us. Really kind of you to do, honestly. Little dice holders.
This grid also, John, is really handy.
Yep.
We're utilizing it in a big way.
A little aggressive with your board placement there. See, I give you a little space between mine.
I like to keep it tidy.
Should I do this?
Yeah.
Center it up? That's
Look at that.
uncomfortable. I can't do it. Too close. Too intimate for me.
You might touch my dice.
That's a no for me, dog.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get this sorted before we even get into it. 3 basics.
All right, give me a few minutes. You ever have those opponents in a tournament where it's like they could do one little thing that would let you do a bunch of things?
Yes.
And then they
Like
just
cut your deck
they
or
just-
something?
Yeah, it's like, and you're just like, I could be thinking about my opening hand, but nope. Not
Probably
today.
why, you know.
How many did you get?
I got 3.
2.
I'd like to go second.
Well, no, I can roll better than you.
No, I did this wrong.
Yeah, we also have to have this thing. I'm gonna bring out the holiday edition. If you want this token, you can't have it.
Really gotta work on those marketing skills.
Oh, you're just
Today we'll be
life of the
promoting,
party wherever you go, aren't you?
we'll be promoting something we cannot sell you.
No, but really, huge shout out to anyone that bought our holiday tokens.
All right, good recovery. Keep you around. Keep you on the stream.
We get asked all the time, actually. People in community, when I use any of the holiday stuff, will text me. And then it's like, unfortunately, those are not available anymore. We can't, keep them in stock. Hold on.
It just means that when they are available, you gotta get into it.
Just line up this token. You get as close to it as you want.
Why did you just...
Because this wasn't in the middle. It's driving me crazy.
That's fine. It is kind of, you know what? The excitement of the opening hand, you don't have in Ashes. I like to see how bad my opening turn is going to be randomly in games. They've taken that from me.
There's a certain amount of hope.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
What if
Tier 2 decks are built on hope.
and
Zach.
my opponent doesn't have what they need to be good this turn? Yeah.
Visceral player for sure.
Well, let's
Look at this game.
start.
We're kind of broadcasting from 20,000 feet in the air at this point. We had to zoom out a lot for sorcery yesterday. But I like
think that's
it.
a good amount of
Kind of
table space.
contains how many we can get? 4 books easy. That's nice.
All right, let's meditate. Start in there.
Any
Oh.
professional Ashes players in the chat today? Any Impossible Germans? Any Tim Aikens? Any Chaos Theories?
You're calling them all out, man.
Any
Let's go second one.
what's that one? It's like a food item named after a food item. Chili cheese fries or something?
Philly cheese.
Philly cheese, that's right. Philly cheese.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Nope, Tim is there.
What up, Tim? Says take that back. First 5 is the best mechanic in card gaming.
Yeah.
It is really good.
That was my
All right,
my point.
I'm gonna play a summon Owenbringer. Over to
Okay.
you.
So now I know you're gonna try to do an infinite combo because I know that this deck is in the meta.
I hear it's winning lots of tournaments.
All right.
I don't need to win a tournament. I just need to win this game.
Okay. Why don't we just do a little dirtling here? Let's play a Summon Lightbringer as my main action. And then for my side action, I'm going to see if I need to put anything up to its good side. And I do. So I'm going to meditate once here. So just, no, that's wrong. Just keep that in mind.
I was like, why are you upgrading the knife when you have a basic?
Let's do one more. Oof, lost a crescendo. And then while we're here, Sure, let's do another.
And a Grave Knight. All the hits.
Well, I can get that one with the recursion die.
Yeah. That gets me about 5% of the way down to defeating you.
Van says, Share the Pudding is a world-class player.
Are you serious, America?
But Share the Pudding said that they'd never played the game before. So,
Dan's saying,
conflicting reports.
FYI, the pops show up on screen slightly before the words are spoken on stream. Not sure if it matters, but
Thanks,
wanted to
Dan.
point it out.
I mean, that's a great problem to have. We can always add a delay, right?
Yeah.
That's so good. We thought that it might be like the lag between all of the systems.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's crazy. That's faster than a human being. Or
I mean,
at least faster than Bryce.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for the 2 years of grueling work. Yeah. You did. You did great, Bryce. You did great. Okay. Summon Lightbringer, the most annoying unit in baseball. Am I right? I'm right. I just know it's true.
You're bringing omens and I'm bringing light. I mean, who's going to win?
Always the dark.
Van saying, just wanted to hear you say share the pudding as much as possible. You guys ever eat blood pudding?
Gross.
Really, though?
You know what? Okay, I have a story about this.
You know those like hard, it's like a hard little puck.
I went to Ireland. Got in at like 7 in the morning after basically flying overnight. Right, 7 in the morning their time, but it would have been
It's the blooding hour.
yeah. And got out of the airport. Took forever to get a rental car because little known fact: if you're going to Ireland, you're going to rent a car. In America, if you have a credit card, a lot of times the credit card has a thing. It's like it comes with insurance. You don't have to pay insurance to the rental car company, right? It's one of the major benefits of having a credit card in the old US of A. But you get to Ireland, and it's like, I have a credit card. Here's my credit card. Person, like, helping me. Newer training person is like, yeah, I just need a credit card and ID. They take it. Been waiting forever, and it's just crazy. Goes away, comes back, and they're like, so we went ahead and charged your card $10,000 just in case anything happens, and we'll credit that back just as soon as you return the car. Fortunately,
Your credit limit was above 10,000.
yes,
I think that would have completely just cratered me.
but like, I feel like that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Like
to just do that is insane.
Just charged me 10 grand. What? Anyways, so after that experience, we're starving. Get out of the Dublin airport, and right outside the airport, there's this like it's a bar that also serves breakfast.
I think it's called a pub over there.
Yeah.
Like kind of.
What do they call
for many people?
Just,
the whole reason
just,
to go.
Just randomly charging your card 10 grand. What's that called?
That's
The old Irish
that's
special.
the old Dublin bamboozle right there.
Anyways, so we went to this little pub, and it was phenomenal pub, great service. But hey, we're in Ireland, and it's like, hey, what's an Irish thing that I should definitely have? And they're like, blood pudding.
And you didn't have any flashing lights going off in the back of your head saying like, I wonder if that means it's actually just blood.
Well, I asked what it was, and like what it would take. It's like, I mean, give me an idea so I don't just order something that there's no way I'm gonna like. And like she described it as not salt heavy, but like basey.
Like iron.
Yeah. And the way
She didn't say the taste of blood, basically, but a little bit.
No, the way she described
softer.
it was just like, I don't know. She's like, do you like vegetables? And it's like, yeah, I like vegetables generally. And she's like, anyways, people that don't like...
Can you imagine the ad campaign?
Do you like vegetables?
You like vegetables? Have you tried blood?
Yeah. So it's like, if you like, and she was like, I think she asked him to like spinach.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, actually, spinach is great.
That makes it also high in iron, I think.
Yeah, and then she was like, well, if you like that, then like you probably like it. I was like, okay, cool. Ordered it up. Took a bite, and I could not get that taste out of my mouth for like 6 hours. It was horrible.
Didn't like it.
No.
Not for you.
How about you? What's your blood pudding experience?
I don't know that I've ever had it truly.
Really?
No, yeah.
Huh. We'll have to go to Ireland someday.
I'm not sure that I would. Like, there's a lot of things that I feel a need to try as a human being. Like culinary experiences for sure. I just don't know about blood.
I mean,
the essence of life.
what I know about your taste profile.
It's not. It really doesn't. It's not the taste of it though. It's
Just the
this
concept?
philosophical.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just in, when in Rome kind of a thing.
I'm happy you did that. I mean, it's very, very appropriate.
I'll
I'll tell you what. I'll do it next time I'm in Ireland.
Okay, deal. Shake on it. Brent saying, it's great with breakfast foods like runny eggs, blood pudding, toast, beans, yum. That was similar to what I had. It was like runny eggs and
Yeah,
beans.
that's a
and toast.
traditional British breakfast is what that's called.
British
or
breakfast?
maybe Irish in that case. But
Yeah, I literally think the item on the menu was traditional Irish breakfast.
well, they call it the traditional British breakfast too. It's got toast and beanos and little sausages and the runny eggs and a tomato. And, you always see it on, stuff.
Dude, have you been to England?
No, never been to the island.
They're,
I watched a lot of Shetland, though.
what's a Shetland? That's the show you always talk about.
Yeah, what was that?
Well, this sleeve is different, and I realized it's because I grabbed it from this stack of sleeves here. And I'm just trying to solve my own problems, Anyways, in my experience, England did not have great food either.
That's kind of a known...
Even stuff so, as an example, I like Shake Shack.
Yeah.
And it was at the end of our trip, and it was like, I could really go for just like American something. We found a Shake Shack. We were walking by it. It's like, oh, I'm just going to grab a burger. Not the same. Just sure, if you're in England and you're having Shake Shack, it does not taste the same in America.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Anyways, my turn.
That. I guess that... Why would you even...
Action 2 of the game?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Is this what you're like on League Night, too?
Yeah. Let's play a Frostbite.
Okay. Easy. So I can't play a 1-cost unit or it's at risk. Let's play the old Summon Turtle Guard here. Use a die.
Okay. Over to me.
Yep.
See, I see what you're doing, and I think he's doing a lot of annoying things.
Yeah, I'm doing that, yeah. That's the idea.
So if I have to attack, I want to have used the thing first. Okay. Let's play Canyon Shelter.
Mr. Nene123 says, are you planning on playing the new Skytear expansion on stream? In fact, we are next week on Wednesday. Playing the new map. Okay, so I feel like we're bad Ashes players because like most Ashes players don't just, I think, build their conjurations and then do something.
I mean,
I think we're supposed to pressure early.
I think the options are put something they have to. But you played the Flash Lightbringer, right?
Yeah.
So like, if I put a big unit down, you're just gonna summon that.
Yeah.
So I need to be prepared to use anything I'm gonna play. Otherwise, you're not gonna summon a Lightbringer.
Yeah.
And I know the Turtle Guard can't attack. So like, I ain't got nothing to fear.
Yeah. I'm gonna summon the turtle here, or I should say, I'm gonna play the Turtle Guard.
Let's take a peep.
It's just kind of a nice thing to have on the board because you have no reason to deal with it. Mm-hmm. But if you don't, it just gets annoying. And it can block anything you want to do. Is it Bijou? It's got to be, right?
I don't know. I just enjoy my drinks.
Or no, it's one of those with the name. It's got brandy in it. It's not a Martinez, but it's something like that. Metropolitan, maybe.
A Martinez would be close.
Yeah.
How much health does Lightbringer have?
It has 1 health.
All right, let's play Hammer Knight. Hammer time.
What's that then going to do there?
It does not exhaust a block. After it destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, I can deal damage to a target unit. 3 attack, 4 life, 2 recovery.
Okay.
Every time we get into Ashes, it's just like...
It's always great.
Here we are. And it is great.
Play a Sonic Swordsman. The juice is loose. Don't pay attention to that, please. I gotta pay for that. Hold on. I spend one angel. And these two, of course.
Are you an angel?
Are you an angel? You watched the new Dune, John, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack your Sonic Swords with my Hammer Knight.
Assuming that I'm gonna block.
I like this deck 5 times better than the last deck. This is the kind of play I like making.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I'll block with the turtle bird.
Okay. 2 attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will allow it. I'll take 2, and I'll do 1 to your Sonic Swordsman.
That's right.
Exhaust. Then I will side action. Exhaust the shelter. Attach this.
There it goes. There she goes. Let's play a Summon Salamander Monk.
Love that card. Alright, main action. Let's summon an Omen Bringer. So pay 1, and these are the basics I should have been using. I remember that now. Whoops. Where are we at? Omen Bringer. Side action. Let's spend the basic, and we'll spark. Put a status token on.
Bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. You got 1 card left?
Mm-hmm.
Hammer Knight and something else?
That's right. And something else.
And something else. What a liability. You can get rid of that spark to do a damage. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Pretty good, doesn't he?
Justin's saying, I love this game. Need to get people I know in Austin to play with me. I feel like Austin's a pretty hip gaming scene. As far as I know.
I'm gonna use Echo for a little temporary situation. And then swing at you for 3.
Take it. Gotta love Echo. He's so good, though. Oh, wait, that was also good.
Vibrate, vibrate.
Okay. And you're exhausted?
Yeah.
One card in hand.
That's right.
So many dice.
That's right.
A monk and a light bringer. Those 2, and then you got 1 thing left. You got more beef, don't you? Oh, God. What's that other big unit that you always play?
I can't remember.
Or it's the Echo speciality.
I feel like I really should have attacked him and bring it there.
I would have blocked.
He would have blocked with
Yeah. And then Echo still wouldn't be exhausted.
That's right.
Which is crazy.
But I just don't know if I need to take this deck seriously yet or not.
I appreciate you taking it easy on me.
I'll start playing. Dude, I'll start playing if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to waste my time with thinking right now.
Alright. Omenbringer is going to attack your Sonic Swordsman. And when it does, I'll remove, because it's got a status token, the cannon shelter.
I'll take it on Echo there.
Caca.
Tit for tat. Let's get a Salamander Monk in here. Soak up an nature die if you'd like.
Oh, Sally.
Pass on my side.
Alright, let's see what could go wrong. I'll exhaust here, spend a time die. Hammer Knight's back.
Guess who's back?
No side action.
It's good. That's good.
This is going far better than I expected.
So you gotta attack. You do a bunch of damage. You still got a Froggo. Oh.
What up, Cardboard Cast? It says, I need to tune into non-fab days more often. This stream is wild. We go places. We go places. There's like a scale.
I have one too many dice, I feel like. I feel like I didn't pay for something.
The less good we are at the game, the crazier we get.
Skin, Monk, Lightbringer, 1, 2, 3.
No, you didn't pay for something.
There's one missing, yeah.
Yeah.
The Monk.
Yeah, there it is. Because there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6. 6 are spent.
It's Friday night.
For the template and art and the overall graphics of this game are like super approachable and accessible and just generally enjoyable. But the intensity of the depth of this game is real. Like
It's always so
when I lock
strange.
into this, it's crazy. Strictly.
I'm gonna swing for 1 on your Omenbringer.
Yeah, he's gonna take 1, dog.
Yeah.
What do you have left?
Just a Lightbringer.
I know that you've got something. I'm just nervous to leave that Sonic Swordsman for any longer than I definitely just must. Interesting. Hammer Knight will attack Sonic Swordsman.
You got it.
And then I'll ping your monk for 1.
You got it.
Don't know that I should, but here we are. Then as a side action, technically I think this guy comes in with a status there. Yeah, when it comes back.
Beautiful.
Doesn't much matter.
Got survival of the fittest over there.
I'll pass.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. Then I do that. Then you do that. Then I do that. Swing here for 1.
Block for 1.
You got it.
Maybe. You have maybe a big thing. Hold on, I might just let you get it. I should have passed. I should have used this to blow up the thing. I will let you just have the Omenbringer.
Right on. I'll take it.
I can't let you play a unit and get rid of the Hammer Knight. It's too much value. But let it be known I should have used that action on that Spark. Yeah. That was
So
the
much
answer.
value there. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But we'll just have to accept it as friends. Let's summon. Did you pass again? Did you do anything? Let's summon Lightbringer.
I'm just gonna go ahead and pop it.
Side action.
Yeah. And then pass to you.
Play the vampire.
There it is.
Master vampire. A master vampire.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you're good.
Let's swing at Lulu for
Take
3.
Let's go ahead and meditate. Turtle.
Going to big turts.
Pass.
Pass.
End
End
of
of the
the
turn.
Mistakes were made across the board.
Yeah. We both have regrets. So you know it was a good round of ashes right
Yeah,
there.
it wouldn't be true to life if there weren't regrets.
Three basics. Okay. No whammies, no baddies. Oops. I'm really digging these boards, man.
They're like very useful.
It's like really surprised how much I did them.
Hot diggity. It's about to get spicy.
Mm-hmm. And I got no. Why am I singing that?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is that what you were singing that earlier or anything like that? I gotta play around Survival of the Fittest a bit here, don't I?
Survival of the what? What are you talking about?
Survival of the Fittest. The thing where you kill everything that isn't a...
That art looks cool. A little baby dragon and a big
Oh,
dragon.
right. Yeah, it shows it now.
Yeah, what
Automatically. Cool.
Why would one need to play around it?
Well, I just don't want to keep dropping units when you could just blow the whole board up.
Well, if one of those units is Lightbringer, I have to do something first.
Yeah. But like you have a status token. I have no tokens on my side of the board. So it would kill a lot of things for me. So I need to like get with it.
That is interesting, dude.
Let's do a main action. Let's do a main action. I'm gonna attempt to do one there. Just spook you a little bit.
Now, what? Why in Sand Hill? Is there a side action that
At
just
the
kills?
end of the day, we're still from Chelsea, Oklahoma. Right?
Is it,
Now, why in the Sam Hill
why
is your salamander monk spirit attacking my hammer knight? Right? I guarantee you're the first person from Chelsea to utter that sentence.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there a side action that blows up a damaged unit?
Fester is not a side action, though.
It's a reaction? No, it's an action.
It's an action, yeah. What's up, Jason? Yeah, we're testing this Lulu deck that is hilarious against a good deck. Jason's saying pumped to update this with a new Griffin. What was that called? Stormcloud Griffin? Stormcloud Griffin? Oh yeah.
It worked.
It's so satisfying.
It is really powerful.
Is it satisfying for you?
I feel good.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, sure, man. I'll block you and blow you up.
Take your one, if you would, please.
Oh, yeah, sure. Mine?
Side action, I'm going to meditate into a turtle. Can't imagine why.
It's on, man.
Use it or lose it.
Hammer Knight auto attack. Echo.
Any reactions?
No. Come and get it.
You're telling me that if I block, my unit doesn't die, and your Hammer Knight does die.
Presumably, yeah.
Which means there's absolutely no reason you would ever do that.
Unless I'm in your head. What are you gonna do? Not block? Take the damage?
You don't even have a side action frog to threaten taking Master Vampire.
It's crazy.
Afterwards.
I mean,
it's a complete waste of time.
it's Wonkstown.
I'm taking 3, dude.
Okay. Side action. Let's exhaust here. Attach this.
It has to be the worst outcome, right? I don't know. Like, surely you got something
If you
weird.
just block and blow up my Hammer Knight, that seems pretty bad.
You got something weird going on over there.
I don't disagree with you there.
On and I got no. Let's get my boy out.
Turtle
card.
card.
Yeah.
All right, mine. Let's just make sure.
I mean, maybe I block. I don't know. What
Who was telling the story?
what happens with these dice types? What can you do if I block there?
I'll tell you in a second. Who was telling the story this weekend? It was like when they start like really playing the card. You know what I'm talking about? Wasn't someone saying that?
I don't think so.
I think it was like Rune Blades or like illusionist players. It's like you can really tell when they're like.
And when they like love it. Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
Sounds right.
So
It's not Rune Blade players, man. They're head down the whole
all right,
time.
I'm gonna give up.
Generate 20 rune chants.
According to Bryce, it's just like this. I'll play this. I'll do that. I'll do this. 22 damage.
22 damage.
So I'm going to tell you, although I don't like revealing
Yeah,
this,
don't tell me. Don't tell me. Tell me after the game.
I will say, if you block, it's Dunktown.
Yeah.
It's like painful bad.
That's why when MJ's coming from the free throw line, you just get out of the way.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? You can have your point. You got your point.
You can
it's
have
fine.
2. I'm not giving you 3.
Either I'm really bad or I'm about to dunk on you. And
Yeah.
you have to make the call. Okay. We're going to go and just play a Phoenix Barrage.
I gotta tell you, Canyon Shelter with Hammer Knight is crushing.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's really good.
It'll make your head spin.
It's
how
real
good
good.
it is. Yeah. All right. Let's spin 1, 2, 3.
Okay, cashing them in. What do you got?
I'm gonna do 4 to the Master Vampire and 2 to Echo.
Please do it in order.
2 to a target unit. 2 here. Wait, you got a particle shield? That'd be pretty dope, actually.
Yeah, you can do 4 here and 2 to Echo there.
Love that card.
All right, we're about even. 8 to 6. Come down the stretch. Okay, well that was fine. You got a lot of, and it just costs you dice is the thing, you know? That's the issue here. Let's play a Raptor Herder here.
Why you have so many units, though? You have to attack with 3 things to get that ability?
After you declare 3 or more attackers, yeah.
And that can't attack. So
It cannot.
We're still fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Well, let's take an action. Let's get this. I'm gonna bring her out. Need that and that. Do I need the goat? The goat. The goat is on fire.
Classic remix there. The goat is on fire.
Let's spark this guy. I need to pay for it. Hold on. I need That and that. And that and that. And that. Mm-hmm. Over to you.
Okay.
Game's good. Game's real good.
Let's look at Raptor Herder on Lulu, and we're gonna play a crescendo. And we're gonna discard here to deal 3 damage to your Omen Bringer.
You have to get 1 to one of your things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Powerful, yeah.
1 to you.
Yeah.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
It's a good play.
Thanks. That card is a play. It's always a play. It makes plays. You don't play crescendo. Crescendo plays you.
I'm gonna meditate here to a frog, and then I'm gonna main action here, spend a leaf, do a damage to your turtle.
One thing or another here. I'm gonna get you.
Love it.
Okay, we're running low on the dice we need. Okay. Okay. Let's play a Sonic Swordsman here. And then I'm gonna side action goat. Let me see if I might be side actioning something else here. Yeah, all good. Now let's meditate one more.
I got a bad feeling about this one. Looks like another Sonic Swordsman to me. Woo! Let's frog the turtle. We live in a great time, to be honest.
Can you imagine commentary? He
over to
frogged
you.
the turtle.
Oh my god!
He frogged the turtle. The nail in the coffin. You got a lot. I mean, there's a lot to work through. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. Real cool, dude. Real cool. Okay, so that's not ideal. It's not wrong necessarily, but it's not ideal. You've only got 2 dice. Are those the survival of the fittest dice?
No.
You still haven't plopped your your Hammerknight can't come out this turn.
That's right. You killed my bird.
Oh no, this could be bad for you.
Agreed. Oh no, my illusion is gone.
I'm gonna play a Lightbringer here.
Oh Lord. I thought you were gonna definitely get a goat to go get that Sonic Swordsman back. Thank goodness you didn't. I'm gonna meditate. Pass to you.
All right, let's swing them all. So 2, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. I'll pass.
I'm gonna play a salamander.
Pass.
Use a side action here. Grab a Grave Knight, take a damage. And main action will swing for 1.
Take 1. Pass.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Alright, let's discard that. You would have been helpful. Not good. How much health you got left? Ask
You're
for a friend.
running the Hail Mary play.
Ask her for a friend.
Let me see.
But really though, how much health you got left?
I'm gonna reroll this guy. I have 10 health remaining. What about you?
1. No, 2.
2. Okay. Over to you.
Oh man, survival of the fittest sure would be sweet.
I was like, dude, he's got to have it, right?
I mean, I dished 3 cards to try to draw it. It did not show up,
No,
unfortunately, for me.
I'm not sure about your odds here. Feels great.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Oh lordy!
See, like that can pop something crazy up too.
Bathroom break screen
Just-
enters. Yeah.
Puts like, yeah.
Okay, there's no way.
Yeah.
I can stall for maybe a turn, but a few things I immediately learned. I love Cannon Shelter, Hammer Knight, Omenbringer.
That was super strong.
I think Frostbite is not right.
Yeah.
I need.
Yeah.
I need another unit that summons the interact, like, because you killed my bird.
Yeah.
And like right now, I think I have 2 Frostbites in the deck,
Yeah.
and I need those to be extra copies of that.
It's
Because
a beauty of testing right here.
yeah, if you stop the first Omenbringer, I need to be able to do it the second one. So like that's a really good thing to have in the deck. I just think something else summonable, especially something that can protect.
Yeah, something that has value.
Yeah.
Like strong value.
I also, the card that I had in my hand that would have been just Jankstone is Flash Strike.
Oh, I forgot there's a reaction. I thought there was an attachment.
You play this spell after an opponent has the choice to declare blockers or guard. So if you block with the Sonic Swordsman, I play this, get +2 and Quick Strike with my Hammer Knight. So then you blow up and I don't take any damage. And then you just didn't block, which is fine.
super
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
But it was in my opening hand, I didn't play it.
yeah.
So this,
Good
there were
sign.
2 cards in my opening hand that I didn't even use. Now, there's a lot of games where Flash Strike with a Hammer Knight out will cause problems.
Sure. Like
Just-
as an opening.
Just
Yeah.
strictly.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's necessarily wrong, but this definitely felt off.
Yeah.
This was working. And I don't know what this slot is yet, but it needs to be something.
It really feels important to protect those Omen Bringers. Like that was the difference between a Hammer Knight or not on a turn for 1 die.
Yeah, because you got rid of it. If I had been able to use it, the value I missed. I mean, also not triggering the spark was bad.
Yeah.
But the value I missed from I didn't get to use the Omen Bringer, which is 3 attack. I didn't get to use the spark the second time, which is another damage. I also didn't get to unfocus to get the Hammer Knight back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had 3 cards in hand that triggered off of having something to attack with.
Yeah.
So I had a second hand that was just kind of unplayable, but there's a spark, no pun intended, there's a spark of an idea here that I don't think is bad at all, actually. So I will likely update this. I just need to go to the DB.
Do you think you get into like the kinds of specialty cards that are devoted to preventing damage on Omenbringer, like things like Particle Shield and that kind of stuff?
Maybe the Particle Shield's Illusionist, though, right?
Yeah, or that whatever that genre of card is, like that kind of spot prevention.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think you almost have to either have cancel or unit guard.
Yeah, and but that was Crescendo.
Yeah, like how do you stop that?
Well, we got to find out because everybody's playing it.
Yeah.
The whole world is playing.
I mean,
Crescendo.
I think you stop it by not being so overly reliant on a single thing, and so that's a really powerful interaction, of course. And even if I don't get to play the Hammer Knight back out, that's still great value, as long as I don't die. So that's where I said, like, this other slot needs to kind of be my insurance policy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think needs to stop that from happening, or make you want to deal here?
It's just got to be like a solid unit, right?
Because there's also
Is that Frostback Bear territory?
Probably. That's
Is
exactly.
Is it a 3/1 or a 3/2 or?
Frostback Bear. Let's see. I can't read that.
2 attack, 3 life.
2 attack, 3 life.
Yeah,
That's
pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
And that also is really nice because if something goes weird with the Hammer Knight, like if you're able to remove it or something like that,
You can turn up the threat.
Yeah, then the Omenbringer can actually trigger to bring an extra Frostback Bear out.
Yeah.
Like even just Frostback Bear with Omenbringer is potentially 2 Frostback Bears and an Omenbringer off of these 2 cards every round.
Yeah, it's super strong.
Which is really powerful.
I tell you, man, Canyon Shelter is a card.
It's a bomb card.
That's huge. Like, especially in a tight game of Ashes, if you're getting like a Hammer Knight for 2 dice discount, like you do that once and it's almost too much to come back from.
Yeah,
and you do it twice.
You can see the value, right? Because if you get the spark damage as well,
yeah,
it's like you get a swing with a Omenbringer for 3. You get to clear off that, which means you're going to get a second Hammer Knight, which also means then now you can trigger spark and you're fine to do it.
Yeah,
like stacks on stacks. So I definitely think this deck is not there, but it's
so
really
Lulu
interesting.
Canyon Shelter. Let's keep working on it.
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do, as I said earlier. Oh, we got the delay going on now again. I think we don't have anything weird going on. There it goes. It's come back. It's back. It's so weird when it happens. So like the far left, the non-delay is now online. It was about a second off for like 5 seconds. I wonder what that is. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do an Introducing Ashes series designed to show the game, pitch the game to people who have never heard of or played Ashes before. Like we've been doing with Sorcery and Soulforge Fusion here recently. So we're going to go back and kind of do that for Ashes. What we need from you all, if you're so interested in participating, is in our Ashes channel of our Discord.
Yes.
You can join our Discord. Is that going to work?
I think it'll pop, man.
Or
it is.
It should, but it is not.
So if you hop on our Discord, cub.link/Discord, or go to the footer of our website, or we'll probably pop it up here. There you go. In the Ashes channel, I've got a thread going that is basically thoughts on this Introducing Ashes series. Anything you as a new player would have liked to know, anything you think is a compelling reason for people to start playing the game. Just like if there's a video that you wanted to send your friend to say, hey, you should check out this game that I'm really into.
Even
what
things
would
like
that video say?
What to buy?
Yeah.
How much of it to buy? How like in any recommendation you would have for a friend thinking about getting into Ashes.
And that's for anyone live right now. And if you're watching this, you've got a week until the thread's gonna essentially close. So
honestly though,
you got plenty of time.
if you're watching this back much later from now for some reason,
Just post in the Discord.
Go to the Discord and say that. But then also, at that point, what would you recommend for someone looking to get into Ashes?
Yeah, true.
Who knows what's going on? How much product's been out? What's changed? Like, it could be like 40 years from now.
Can you imagine somebody watching 40 years from now? What's a Discord at that point? Aren't we all living in some sort of virtual paradise
Hopefully
built
we're
by
living.
the Zuck?
I mean, 40 years from now, I'm in my 70s.
Yeah, people are still alive in their 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does happen.
I mean, if you're, it's not guaranteed. 70s is an achievement.
Do you think the elderly years of your life are going to be filled with video games?
I doubt it. Not for me. But it depends.
Clearly, you're doing it wrong.
If VR is good enough, I could definitely see that being super compelling.
I just feel like I just want to, like, okay, let's say I'm in a retirement situation, like a deep retirement, right? Like,
Okay.
My grandma right now, right? So she's in Arkansas. She's hanging out by herself. Husband has died. It's like, let's get some NBA Jam going on, or something like that. Let's get online and, like,
I could
play
see that.
something.
Yeah.
Get some World of Warcraft. Go do some raiding.
It's really curious what you'll want to do at that point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know what that even looks like, honestly, for me. But
I guess we'll find out.
yeah.
Maybe you'll get an invite from an elderly Steven saying, like, hey, dude, let's play this MMO. I'm old.
You want to go get to level 70?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So very slowly, just like gingerly pressing the keyboard. All right, and Auxeriador rightly saying, I will send them to Rodney. We will send them to Rodney to actually learn like the rules. That's really not what we do super well. He's got a very good system for like mechanically teaching a game, but there's a whole lot of things that a player or a potential player would want to know before they even want to know the mechanics of how a game works, right? Yeah. So whatever those things are, please let us know. And until then, hey, we'll see you in probably a couple of weeks with that first episode of introducing Ashes, and then I think next week, I think we're doing Sorcery on Wednesday.
I think that's accurate. No, not next week. Next week's Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. And then week after, what are we doing next week? No, this week's Thursday. No, we already did it this week. Next week is Thursday.
So we've been
I'm
planning
doing the
out,
Earthborn interview on Monday.
We've been planning out the content further in advance, and I've been getting confused. Yesterday I was quoting what we talked about on the podcast, and I wasn't sure which one we'd talked about yet. Here, look, I know an answer.
Yeah, just look at the calendar.
It'd be nice if we could like show the calendar.
What are we doing on Wednesday? Oh, we're doing Skytower on Wednesday next week.
Yeah.
We're doing the new playmat expansion, the 3-lane. It's awesome. And then we'll come back for Introducing Ashes following week, and we'll be checking that thread.
A final reminder, if you're not signed up for the Ashes subscription on the website, now is the time to do it if you want to get Hope and Demona automatically through the subscription service. That could literally charge at any time. A huge shout out to all of our subscribers. This game wouldn't exist without you, literally. So appreciate you being here and allowing these kind of experiences to be created.
Take care.